What was the real reason that Jimin was desperate to pick Jungkook up alone even though the situation was so precarious? Discover surprising answers from Jungkook's mother that reveal the story behind this loving act. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the hottest news about your favorite idol's life. What really happened when Jimin decided to come pick up Jungkook alone, leaving behind all the hustle and bustle and strict protocol that is usually attached to every BTS member's movements in public? This question had time to invite incredible curiosity among the ARMY after one portrait, an orchestra of love between friends and family. Or is there another, much deeper and unexpected story? In this special article, we take you through every detail of the emotional journey behind the heartwarming moment. Starting from the story at Jungkook's parents' house, a series of ARMY reactions that melted, to an exclusive interview with Jungkook's mother, who was finally willing to open the veil of the surprising reason behind Jimin's decision to pick up his best friend, that we don't just present the usual narrative. In every paragraph, you'll find pieces of the puzzle, mysterious cues, and peaks of emotional shock that are strung together in such a way as to make your heart beat faster. Even when you think you have grasped one side of the truth, the evidence may be even more evocative and paradoxical than you ever imagined. So, grab a hot drink because this story is not just light news, but a record of a story full of love, sacrifice, and honesty that is capable of making anyone's heart touched. That morning, almost all BTS fans woke up in the usual excitement. A comeback teaser upload, a photo of Magne in a casual dress at the airport, and an ever-attention-grabbing promotional routine. However, one small post on Jimin's Insta stories left ARMY stunned, wondering, why did he choose to leave the stadium apart from the other members, just the two of them with Jungkook? There was a strange sense that was difficult to explain, like a small dragon of confusion moving inside the chest. Over the years, BTS members have been known to maintain a strict protocol distance when appearing in public. There are strict rules from the agency, management, and security team that ensure their every move is not touched by controversy. So, when Jimin decided to step alone into the VIP parking lot of Incheon Airport on Saturday morning, the seconds were recorded so dramatically. An ARMY cell phone camera that happened to be there recorded the scene. Jimin walked in a hurry, occasionally looking back, as if waiting for someone. And the figure is really present Jungkook, wearing a black baseball cap. His face is pale, his steps look heavy. Although at first glance it seems ordinary, behind the scene lies a long story that has never been revealed. Even the ARMY frontman, who used to study every detail of uploads, videos, and interviews, was confused. Were there any new rumors about the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook? Or maybe it was an unexpected incident at the airport that forced Jimin to act quickly to pick up his best friend. The two seemed to be keeping their faces apart. Jimin's hand occasionally touched Jungkook's shoulder, providing some sort of moral support. There is a sense of urgency and anxiety that is difficult to let go of as photos of the moment spread across Twitter and Weverse in a matter of minutes. The ARMY gathered to provide theory after theory. Some suspected Jungkook was suddenly ill, so Jimin had to pick him up before flying to a filming schedule overseas. Others speculated that there were personal problems that made Jungkook want to go home as soon as possible. Maybe related to family, maybe also mental health problems that idols often experience with their busy schedules. But among the rows of guesses, one seed of doubt arose. Why only now? For a long time, it was unheard of for Jungkook to be so seriously ill or have a psychological crisis that he needed to be overtaken by a teammate. She looks healthy, energetic, and continues to radiate an optimistic smile at every event. In fact, videos of dance rehearsals and behind-the-scenes filming of music videos were shared without gaps describing Jungkook's excellent physical and mental condition. If there is a deliberately tightly closed information vacuum, which raises the question, will there be another truth? This is where the mystery students come into play. Some ARMY accounts suddenly deleted tweets. Certain videos related to Jungkook's previous day's activities were reportedly not uploaded anymore. And a number of reports on the international ARMY platform talked about anger that had not been clearly targeted a few hours before the incident. Jungkook had uploaded a short video on TikTok with the English caption, "Self-care mode on," accompanied by a blue heart emoji and a patch of limbs. The general public might judge it merely a promotion of JK cares, but the army has been trained to analyze Jungkook's distinctive symbolism. Koyo, there can be not just a joke, but an indication that the body feels sore or painful. Once again, the question arises: if Jungkook feels sick or tired, why not pre-upload to Weverse? If there really is a physical complaint, why is it as if it is covered up? On the other hand, Jimin also looks more somber in his photos behind the stage of the previous night session concert. Instead of appearing with his characteristic laugh, in one of the short videos he appears wiping his face before showing a slight smile. Some captured a moment where Jimin was talking fast on the phone, while Jennie from Blackpink, who happened to be present as a guest star, had time to stare in wonder, signaling a more serious atmosphere than just regular practice. All these elements were then assembled by the fans into a big scenario, as if there was a special script waiting to be revealed through Jungkook's mother's words a few days later. In every colorful story, there are small fragments that seem meaningless but actually lead us to the heart of the problem. The airport pic up was just one highlight, but behind it were the days when Jungkook had to deal with a mental burden often underestimated by the entertainment world. Meanwhile, Jimin, who is known as a loyal listener and loving fellow members, has a moral responsibility to always be alert, even in extreme conditions. On the Monday of the previous week, Jungkook had attended a podcast recording session with a famous Korean host. During the session, she revealed the inner pressures she tries to overcome secretly. "Sometimes I feel alone when the stage is over. The energy on stage is like a day's medicine, but once the lights go out, that sense of desolation comes even greater." This sentence then became the main highlight of ARMY, because it was the first time he openly discussed the loneliness faced by the 7 members. Usually, behind the scenes, they nurture each other with witty jokes. However, in the clearly recorded mic, Jungkook seemed to be trying to turn on the lights of his own figure, showing a fragile gap that has rarely been seen in public. After the podcast was uploaded on the streaming platform, it jumped to thousands of comments discussing the possibility of Jungkook feeling depressed. Moreover, just a day later, internal news emerged that Jungkook's solo comeback schedule would be accelerated. This information was denied by some news outlets' fanbase because it was considered mere rumors, but ARMY began to feel is HYB's management is forcing Jungkook to work in the midst of a mental condition that has not recovered. Just 2 days before the moment of pick-up, Jungkook's Instagram was private in just a matter of hours. The last uploaded workout video file was suddenly deleted. This decision to privatize accounts seemed sudden, without warning, for no apparent reason. No doubt, speculation was rife. Was Jungkook undergoing personal isolation to cope with the pressure? Or maybe he needs time with his family without the distractions of the media and the army? At the same time, Jimin reduced his interaction on social media. There were no funny posts in the style of pastel pink hats, light dialogues, or small gossip inserts that usually adorn his feed. All indicators indicate that there is something that interferes with the daily lives of these 2 members. This sparked a sense of worry among the army, especially for those who follow every official schedule update. In fact, HYBE always publishes schedules and agendas quite transparently. When sudden changes occur, digital notices are often even posted so that fans are not mistaken. However, the removal of a video on Jungkook's personal YouTube channel showing behind-the-scenes production of his solo MV was an important clue. In the video, a glimpse of Jungkook's cry is heard, a sound that may be just a sound effect edit, but when carefully re-examined, it sounds more like an inner scream. The meticulous army did not want to miss the opportunity. They took advantage of the keyword behind-the-scenes Jungkook tears to search for the deleted part of the video. That's when rumors of Jungkook needs special help began to spread. However, without official confirmation, the rumors remain only shadows dancing in the heads of fans. Amid mounting tensions, Jungkook's mother emerged as the only person who could provide clarity, but she chose to remain silent. The latest post on her Instagram story is just a silhouette photo of Busan City's night scene without a caption. How can a mother as famous as Jungkook's mother, who has rarely appeared in public, actually disappear just when her son is whimpering? The night before the pickup day, Jungkook's family home in Busan was filled with inner turmoil. Jungkook's mother, Park Mi-yeon, is known for being a tough woman. She endured fierce public criticism when her son first debuted, then faced a series of hit schedules until she was physically attacked for being too pushy behind the BTS stage. But this time, something was different in the look in his eyes when he spoke to the son. "I feel your heart beating, Jungkook," he said softly that afternoon as they both sat in the family room. The dim lights cast shadows on his aging face, though his face remained soft. "It's more than you can imagine, son. I don't want you holding back any longer alone." This sentence immediately made Jungkook look down, close his eyes, as if holding a lot of tears behind the petals. She fell silent, her voice choked. "Mama, I'm afraid to disappoint everyone." This sincere expression shows Jungkook's human side that is rarely exposed. During this time, we know him as the golden magnate, full of confidence on stage, but behind the scenes, the burden he carries is much heavier than we imagine. Jungkook's mother hugged him, calmed him down, while telling him, "It's okay to ask Jimin for help. He's your best friend for reasons far deeper than just routine." I talked to him. It was this moment of intimate conversation that then opened our eyes. As it turned out, Jimin had already gotten a special code from Jungkook's mother to pick up. He knows that Jungkook's condition is very fragile, and traveling alone to Seoul to meet his schedule feels like braving a storm. Only Jimin is trusted to escort Jungkook's steps, while providing moral support. After talking intensely over the phone, did Jimin immediately rush over? Not just like that. There was a huge obstacle that had time to threaten the pickup plan. The night before departure, Jimin's mobile phone rang with an unknown number. On the screen, just plastered blank numbers without the name or logo of the operator. With a bad feeling, Jimin still picked it up. A loud voice broke through. "Jimin, stop interfering. If you pick him up, everything will be ruined." Then the voice simply turns off the call. The incident made Jimin transfixed. A thin piece of paper of fear crept in his hand. He knows dark shadows always lurk in the entertainment industry. Evil rumors, anonymous bully, until physical threats. But when the image of Jungkook's mother and Jungkook's desperate face flashed across his head, he dismissed all trepidation. That night, Jimin wrote a short message to leader RM, Nam Jae-hyung. "There is someone trying to thwart the pickup plan. I'm not backing down. This is more important than any schedule." The message shows Jimin's determination, that he put his best friend's well-being first rather than simply following protocol. R.I.P. Wise reply. "Only you can do it, G, so I'll take care of the rest. Just focus on Jungkook." With the mental support of RM and the dissemination of information from Jungkook's mother, Jimin gained great strength. Armed with little coordination with HYB's security team, those who initially doubted the reason for the pick, Jimin was finally allowed to leave to pick up Jungkook as a family emergency. At 8 a.m. Korean time, a thin fog enveloped Incheon International Airport. Like a ritual every weekend, thousands of BTS fans are already in VIP areas and international terminals, hoping to catch a glimpse of their idol members. Meanwhile, Jimin, in plain black clothes and a white medical mask, was a few meters away in a special area. He stood still, despite the cold sweat running down his forehead. Only he knows Jungkook's true condition. A few meters behind, HYB's security team hesitated. Have we prepared the escort? What if the army is too close? It is very difficult to gauge the response of fans when they see the combination of Jimin, which seems to indicate an emergency situation, with Jungkook's body that looks weak. Then, the sound of car brakes approached. Jimin's footsteps sounded louder, marking him ready to welcome the exit of the plane. As the plane's landing door opens, Jungkook's figure appears. He limped, his body as if unable to sustain its own pace. Only Jimin was by her side, hugging her best friend's waist, whispering, "Calm down. I'm here." Once again, the army who filmed this moment was surprised to see Jungkook's condition. Jimin's Instagram story post is also strong evidence. A 10-second video shows Jimin holding Jungkook, not literally, but supporting his arms so that the magnate doesn't fall. She whispers slowly, seemingly in low audio, "It's here, Hyunka. Mom is already at home waiting." In those moments, it was as if the whole virtual universe was choking. Hashtag Jimin saved JK hashtag topped the global trending topic not with a joke, Jimin dong, but a sincere expression of a friend's concern. In between the comments, various prayers and hopes poured out for Jungkook to recover soon. "We all know Jungkook is strong," wrote one ARMY member, "but when he is this fragile, Jimin is his main support." There are also other videos that highlight Jungkook's mother's face waiting in the domestic arrival area. Some moments captured the gaze of Jungkook's mother, who tried to hold back tears, occasionally looking down, as if preparing herself for that emotional encounter. When Jimin finally showed up to take Jungkook to mom, the atmosphere was like a slow-motion movie. The embrace of 3 generations was channeled, while the surroundings had been filled with applause, the sound of sobs, and the wind of silence that told a story louder than words. ARMY comment request